I started martial arts when I was 5, and had my first fight in Taekwondo when I was 6, and it all just kind of snowballed from there. I started doing kickboxing. We were doing full contact kickboxing fights. Started learning jiu-jitsu, so I was competing in grappling events, classical jiu-jitsu events, and it all just kind of snowballed into MMA, I suppose. From there, I built my way up, tried out for the Ultimate Fighter, go through to the stage to get into the house, lost that fight, came back, re-evaluated things, made some changes, signed with Cage Warriors, bigger promotion, bigger show to get me ready for the UFC. From there, went on a bit of a tear on Cage Warriors, fought for the title, lost the title, and then after that I moved to London. When I was in London, my hand was broke at the time from the fight, so I began training with elite boxing coach John Tandy, and he was interested in working with me in boxing. And he said, is it something you ever thought about pursuing? And it was one of them opportunities. I just thought, I'll give it a go and see how I get on. And worst case scenario, I'll go back into MMA with much better striking. And from there, spent 2 years boxing, 7-0 pro boxing. And then I was missing MMA. I was struggling. My heart wasn't in boxing, and made the change back over, and a couple of fights Cage Warriors, and ended up signing for the UFC. And 4 fights later, here I am. Once I signed for the UFC, I kind of made the decision that I need to be training in a gym full of world-class athletes, pro athletes, guys who's doing this full time. And within the first week of being here, so I was here for my pro debut, that camp. And within the first week, I decided that this was the place for me. Obviously, training under Faraz, all the guys I was surrounded by. There were so many UFC fighters on the mat. It was incredible, and just the level. I felt like I was so far behind that when I came here, that it would have been crazy to walk away from here and not take that opportunity. I feel like how advanced these guys were, how much I had to learn. I thought it was a perfect opportunity to come here, sink my teeth into a new project and really, really try and get the best out of my ability, I suppose. It's a difficult chapter. Obviously, I done a hard camp for the first fight, or when it was initially lined up. I'd done like a 10-week camp. It was a 5-rounder. I was working my ass off here, and I was dieting hard. I was pushing hard. I came through injuries through that camp. At one point I injured my knee, and the camera crew was actually out here when I got injured. It was like the first day they arrived, so I couldn't do much filming. So I got over all them hurdles, and then the last bar, just over a week out, and end up getting dropped, and it was a tough one. I kept I got back in the Monday I was here training. Obviously we left then Monday night. I felt good, but the UFC obviously was putting health first. They wanted to try with the scans and everything else. They wanted to make sure that that everything was well, and after all the tests and everything, I think they felt that it was a safer option to pull the fight. So that was difficult. I think I wasn't back very long. I was there maybe 10 days, and then I came back out here, and the fight was announced again for 195. So that was it. It was straight up. I couldn't make any contact for a month. but it was straight back into work then. And again, I worked my ass off for that camp. I was diving hard, training through Christmas, but on the night I went in, and I didn't feel like I was there 100%. I didn't feel like I was firing on all cylinders, but I still, I was never going to quit. At the same time, every fight I'm in, I'm going to fight to the bitter end, no matter whether things are going my way or they're not. And I learned a lot. I said you have good nights and you have bad nights. That's the way the sport is. But you just gotta get on with it. You gotta take it on the chin and you gotta push on.
And where that name started,
I think it was just it was like a bit of a goal for us, Gimme, when I came back after the Poirier fight. He gave me something to work on, and when I came back, I was like my wrestling really improved, and I was getting a lot of takedowns, and like a few times, like some of the guys Eamon was watching sparring, and I don't know, I might have just done a takedown on someone, and all of a sudden I would hear they say, "I was GSP," like out here from the corner of the room. So I think that's kind of how it started.